time stops, a realm where wealth, status, and power instantly lose their meaning, and the emperor stands in the exact same line as the beggar. This is Samyamani Nagari. For most, the name Yamraj evokes the image of a terrifying monster, a shadow that arrives only to end everything we have ever known. In truth, his title is Dharmraj, the king of justice. As the son of the sun god, Surya, his decisions are driven by unwavering truth rather than anger. When the universe was first created, death did not exist, but without an end, new life had no room to grow. Yamraj became the first being to voluntarily accept mortality, surrendering his own physical form so the cycle of life could finally begin. Inside his court, his face remains calm. His red eyes signal the intensity of his scrutiny, not rage. He holds the danda, the staff of justice, while his assistant, Chitragupta, logs every human thought and action into the Agrasandani, the book of ultimate accounts. His laws are the absolute foundation of the cosmos, yet the ancient texts describe 3 rare moments when even this supreme judge found a reason to step back and bow down. Princess Savitri was warned before her wedding that her husband, Satyavan, was destined to die exactly 1 year later. She married him anyway, counting down every second of that final year. When the day arrived, Yamraj appeared in the forest and extracted Satyavan's soul. As he began the journey south, he found Savitri walking right behind him, crossing into the territory of the dead while still breathing. She did not try to fight the deity with weapons. Instead, she engaged him in a complex debate on the nature of Dharma, matching the god of justice with her own philosophical depth. Impressed by her mind, Yamraj offered her several boons, excluding her husband's life. Savitri asked for the blessing of 100 sons. Yamraj granted it, only to realize his own paradox. As a devoted wife, her blessing could only be fulfilled if her husband remained by her side. By resurrecting Satyavan, Yamraj showed that his role is to uphold the truth, even when that truth is used to outsmart death itself, through love and logic. The second defeat involves a young boy named Nachiketa. When his father began donating useless, sickly cows during a sacrifice, the boy's persistence so angered his father that he shouted, "I give you to Yamraj." Nachiketa traveled to the gates of Yamlok and waited for 3 days without food or water. When Yamraj returned, he was horrified. He had failed the sacred duty of a host, and to make amends, he offered the boy 3 boons. After securing his father's peace, Nachiketa asked the question that even the gods struggled to answer: what remains of the soul after the body is gone? Yamraj's answer forms the foundation of the Katha Upanishad. He revealed that while the body is a temporary vessel, the soul is eternal, unborn, and undying. Like discarding old clothes for new ones, the soul simply moves from one form to the next. Here, the taker of life becomes the ultimate guru, rewarding a child's pure curiosity with the greatest secret of the universe. The final standoff occurred when the natural life of the monkey king, Kesari, reached its limit. Yamdoots arrived to claim his soul, as the laws of nature demanded. But standing in their way was Kesari's son, Hanuman. Invoking Putra Dharma, the sacred obligation of a son to protect his parents, he physically blocked the path of death. Even when Yamraj himself arrived, Hanuman refused to move. It was a collision between 2 absolute laws, the inevitable end of a lifespan and the immovable force of a son's devotion. Yamraj recognized the weight of the situation. Hanuman was a devotee of Rama, acting out of a love so pure it carried its own divine authority. To strike him down would prioritize the cold mechanics of nature over the very devotion that gives the universe its meaning. Yamraj lowered his staff. He acknowledged that Hanuman's selfless devotion represented a higher expression of Dharma than the rules of mortality, and he allowed the king to live. These stories suggest that the traditional fear of death is misplaced. The moment of passing is a transition, one specific step in a much longer journey. The true concern should be your karma. In Samyamani Nagari, the influence you held on earth and the wealth you gathered carry no weight. You cannot bypass your eventual standing in Yamraj's court, but you have total authority over what Chitragupta writes in the Agrasandani today. Live with honesty, perform good deeds, and remember that justice is always being recorded. If these stories changed how you see the world, comment Dharmraj Yamraj ki jai. Subscribe to join us for our next journey into the 28 hells of Yamlok.